Hello everyone, my name is DeVita and I am a biomechanist. Chris Wilburn of the Black Biomechanists Association asked me to participate in this series called Biomechanics and Gratitude. And he asked me because I work with the BBA through National Biomechanics Day. I am the founder and director of NBD, and we have worked closely with the BBA since its inception to help promote diversity and equity in biomechanics. The purpose of National Biomechanics Day is to increase the awareness of biomechanics among the lay public. The lay public being non-biomechanists, and that means almost everybody on the planet. So it is really our intention to grow the field of biomechanics by teaching people about it so that more people will enter biomechanics and become biomechanists. Working with the BBA has helped us move in this direction to achieve our goals, and we are very happy over the past year and a half with our collaboration with the BBA. Our primary collaboration with the BBA presently is through a grant program we have been able to run to give back to the biomechanics community, and in this case to Black biomechanics graduate students that are or who are holding events primarily for Black high school students. We are very fortunate to be able to give back to the biomechanics community. We are really happy about this. This program in particular funds the student and the laboratory, providing funds for the NBD event itself, but also provides funds for the student to attend a biomechanics conference soon after their NBD event. So for example, we are running the program for 2022, and if the NBD event is in the spring, perhaps this student will be able to attend the NACOP conference in Canada in August. To me, what is biomechanics in one word? And I thought, oh, okay, that should be easy. Let's think of one word. Oh, human movement science. Wait a second, that's 3 words. So I really did have to think about this for some time, and I have been thinking about it for some time. And I have come up with 2 synonyms, and those are profession or career. Biomechanics has been my profession, and biomechanics has been my career. And through biomechanics, I've been able to make a contribution to society to help people as biomechanics does. And I must admit, it was not always clear that I would even have a profession or a career in my younger days. I, for instance, could have mowed lawns my entire life and perhaps been happy doing that. But a series of accidents, fortuitous events, all came together and enabled me to find biomechanics, to realize and understand that biomechanics is pretty cool for me, and to become a biomechanist. I also think that having a career or a profession is not always easy. It is quite challenging sometimes, and the challenges in academic and scientific careers is to create valuable knowledge and science, and that is a challenging and difficult task. But overall, I've been very happy that I've had these challenges before me, and to have to work towards attaining them, and doing so has been very rewarding. So having a profession has been wonderful for me, and a profession in biomechanics, as I will explain, has also been really fun. The careers that they have initiated, one might say, that has been their most rewarding and important contribution. So I have worked with many, this may surprise you, master's students, but not doctoral students over all the years, and it has been my pleasure to work with so many of these students. And I can't really name them all right now, of course, but a few might come to mind, like Daniel Schuster, who was a wonderful graduate student who did a great thesis and then has developed a great career in the profession of running shoes, working with Adidas. Josh Leonardis comes to mind. Truly a great student, a very intelligent young person, very dedicated, understands human movement so well, but a really wonderful person too. And it was my pleasure to get to work with Josh. Now I think of Rachel Tatarski. Rachel Tatarski is one might say, beautiful person, a caring and kind and very nice person. And it was my pleasure to work with her for 2 years. I helped her learn how to become a teacher by directing some of the courses that she taught. I helped her to do biomechanics. I was, of course, her director for her thesis. And it was so rewarding for me to work with Rachel. And I am in contact with Rachel today. And let me think of a more recent person. How about Ashley Mulder? Ashley Mulder was another fine student, and it was my pleasure to work with her. And she has gone on to become a biomechanist in a children's hospital and is making a great contribution to children's health. And I could say that my current students are Megan Shepard, a dance biomechanist, and Blake Jones. And one might say orthopedic biomechanist, as his goal is to learn biomechanics and to take biomechanics into orthopedic medicine. And it's my pleasure to work with them and to try to help them along their careers. And I've also been able to work with people from other universities and, of course, professionals, people like Tibor Hortabaji and Steve Messier, my long-term partners, and developing our personal relationships has been really rewarding for me. And these are two of my closest friends. And also working with other young people, students from other universities that I happen to meet at meetings. And I work with several students, for instance, Erin Mannon today, and it is my pleasure to work with her and try to help her in some way, shape, or form, if I can, along her career path. So biomechanics, for me, the contribution I have made is by working with people and trying to help people, and of course, these contributions, in a sense, the contributions that they have made to me and how much they have helped me. I now would like to express my gratitude towards and to the BBA for working with NBD and supporting our efforts. In fact, the BBA and NBD have worked closely since the BBA was formed. I was also thrilled to hear about the formation of the BBA for two reasons. First, that I thought this would be a great organization and group to increase Black participation in biomechanics. And I think you have done a fantastic job so far. I'm actually really impressed with how much you have accomplished in just a year and a few months. But the other reason why I was thrilled to hear about the BBA was because two of the founding members, Erica and Kayla, came out of our lab at ECU. So I was thrilled to know these two founding members of the society or the organization. And I am in pretty good contact, close contact with both Erica and Kayla, and it has been my pleasure to work with them over these years. Grateful to the BBA because you have continually supported NBD since your formation. You are always announcing us and talking about us in your newsletter, and you have very many tweets, I would say, about National Biomechanics Day, and you're always promoting NBD. And the other important interaction between NBD and BBA is the grant program that we were able to establish this year, 2021, to support Black biomechanists and to support schools that have a high percentage of Black students. So we were able to provide funding for 5 different people, and these funds were for NBD events, so they enabled these individuals, the award recipients, to have NBDs, but also there were funds for these individuals to attend conferences this past year. You may not remember that 4 of these awards were for people in the United States, but one of the awards went to Obina Fidelis in Nigeria. And I was so happy when his proposal was ranked in the top 5 and we were able to fund it. I'm also in close contact with Obina, and we are working together, for example, with the World Congress of Biomechanics. But also it's exciting to think that National Biomechanics Day can help develop biomechanics in the continent of Africa. But really, to keep to the point, I really am grateful, and I am so happy to work with members of the DBA and to promote your group and your association and to increase diversity in biomechanics. I think we have seen an increase in diversity in biomechanics with more to come. Well, I wish I knew. However, I'll take a stab. Certainly, some of the points that I made previously relate here. The impact that I might be able to make is with, first, the people that I have worked with, both my colleagues and my students, and perhaps the science that I have done, and that is in collaboration, of course, with all my great students and with my colleagues. And so these are possibly important contributions to society, as all scientists make. You know, it is our job to try to contribute to the general knowledge that we have, to the state of human society, human culture, and we make our small contributions in this manner, and I hope that some of the work that I have done has helped along this way. But also, I think on the personal side and the human side of biomechanics, the bio side, one might say, all the people that I've worked with, including the members of the Black Biomechanists Association, in terms of their leadership with Kayla, Erica, and Matt, and now Chris, of course, and also just on smaller projects that I've worked with some of the other people like Ramonda, and working to create presentations or demonstrations for the group in general. So perhaps that will help to make an impact. I think overall, though, because I was fortunate enough to find a career, a profession, a science that I love to do, biomechanics, that really kind of speaks to me in an internal way. I am very thrilled by human movement, for example, and biomechanics fits this bill, helps me in this way. Because I was able to find a career that is my passion, that I was able to therefore work perhaps diligently or successfully to some degree, and therefore advance biomechanics a little bit. So there we are. We can each make a contribution if we are fortunate enough to find that which we are passionate about, that which we love to do. And so, as I found when I was very young, I liked biomechanics without even knowing the word biomechanics. And then when I learned initially about the field of biomechanics through podiatry in 1977, and then continuing through my training and my career and jobs at Southern Illinois University and East Carolina University, working with all these people, I hope that perhaps I was able to change and improve the lives of some people through my personal interactions with people and my professional accomplishments and publications, let's say. So I thank the Black Biomechanists Association, and I thank Chris for asking me to participate in this series. I hope you find it enjoyable, and I look forward to seeing the recordings by the other people. Thank you very much.